Hey folks, Riley Evans here from TheOcho.ca with another update on the Jon Jones situation. Apologies for the way I both look and sound as I am currently slowly dying from allergies. Well, not actually slowly dying, but I mean in a way, aren't we all slowly creeping towards the grave? This has gone in a weird place. So, as many of you already know, last night news came out that Jon Jones tested positive in his B sample for Turinabol, which is the same substance that his A sample tested positive for on July 28th in the weigh-in drug test. Obviously, we've all gone through the whole rigmarole. I think it's either 6th and 7th or 7th and 8th. He tested negative in urine tests, and then July 29th, he tested negative in a blood test, but we later found out that USADA doesn't test for Turinabol in blood tests, complementary testing system. So that ended up meaning literally nothing. So B samples come back, is positive, and now we're left with a few questions left. Did he actually take Turinabol intentionally, meaning to improve his performance for the Daniel Cormier fight, or did it get into his system another way? Now, this is the part where most people make a mistake and assume that after the B sample comes back, that's the extent of his due process, and that's not actually the case. The Jon Jones camp has an opportunity to conduct its own internal investigation, which I'm sure they started the day that the positive test came up, and they have an opportunity to provide evidence as to why or why not the Turinabol may have entered his system without his knowledge. Now, a lot of people assume because he got suspended, Jon Jones was being accused by USADA and found guilty of cheating. So I think it was the UFC 200 card that he got pulled off of a few days beforehand for testing positive for the estrogen blockers. And people assume that USADA said that he was cheating, when in reality, Jon Jones's camp was able to successfully prove that the estrogen blockers were as a result of a tainted sexual enhancement pill. Now, USADA ended up suspending him anyways, but they made it very publicly clear that the suspension was for negligence and their lack of telling USADA that he was taking this supplement. Regardless of the fact that it's not actually supposed to be in there, it doesn't show up on the ingredients, and they wouldn't have even known that he was taking it even if he did report the pill, but that's another situation entirely. So he was suspended for negligence. And I believe it was actually only half of the suspension that he was supposed to receive. He was supposed to receive 2 years, and he ended up receiving 1 because it was a suspension on negligence. However, we could theoretically see something like that in this situation. Although, frankly, I think we all think at this point that it's highly unlikely that somebody is able to prove in consecutive USADA positive tests that they were as a result of a tainted supplement. The odds of that are pretty long. People like Joe Rogan have floated the idea that maybe there was some jealousy going on with someone in his camp and somebody slipped him something. But again, given his track record, I think unless they're able to conclusively prove that this Turinabol entered his bloodstream and his system through incidental trace doses in supplements that are not supposed to contain it, then we're going to have to assume, in lieu of other evidence, that he is indeed guilty of taking the supplement intentionally and he was cheating before the Daniel Cormier fight. That's all I have for now. There'll be another video when there's another update. Again, apologies for sounding like the Grim Reaper, slowly creeping towards the crypt. My name is Riley Evans. Please check out TheOcho.ca as well as our Facebook page, The Ocho on Facebook. Like us there. You're going to get a ton more content. And obviously, subscribe to our iTunes and or Podbean feeds for the Ocho Podcast Network. All those links will be in the description, as well as my initial video on the Jon Jones situation. Other than that, I'll see you soon.